everyone, and welcome back after a very long hiatus to Misguided Souls. We've finally been able to get over our, well, for the most part, our sicknesses and our COVID booster hell and pink eye and hell and high water. And now it's just me who's ill, so we're gonna play, damn it. It will be a shorter game than usual. It's only gonna be about 2 hours as opposed to 3 because I would like to go to bed at a reasonable hour, so my sinuses can feel better. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass around the introductions to everyone, so you can introduce yourselves, introduce your characters, and tell me where you remember you last were, which is going to be very different for Blaine and Mab, because they haven't been here for a long time. So we're gonna start with Blaine. We're gonna throw Steven under the bus right off the bat. Go ahead, Steven.
Wow.
Introduce yourself and your character. You were the first one I saw. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey everyone, I am Steven, also known as Eldevian Devil. I play Blaine Walker. He is the son to some horrific demon type entity, so far as we have gathered, and just here for chaos. He's got a little group with him and does his thing. And the last thing I remember, I was going to be as savage and go smash a bunch of computers to prove a point, and then I was not there the next week. So apparently I'm in some Fey world, and I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Yeah. Indeed you are. Yeah, you were going to go take all the computers that had been basically wiped by Marshall, your lovely caretaker. But when your group was waiting to hear smashy noises, they didn't hear any smashy noises, which was odd. We're gonna move down. I was gonna say, speaking of smashy noises, and then introduce Meg, but I don't quite know. That was like a level of tie transition that I don't know if we're comfortable with.
Up there.
So, JV, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm JV. I'm playing Meg. Meg is a fun little witch girl, which is nice, and we love her. However, we might not currently love her, as she is she's in a bit of a space. It's an interesting time, to say the least. So yeah, I don't know. We are in darkest self mode, and I'll be honest, my memory is bad. I have no idea what. I'm presuming I wound up in this spot most likely due to casting a hex of some kind, but I don't remember what hex I cast.
You cast a hex on Marshall that ended poorly, and instead of making him old and decrepit, you made him young and hot.
I did do that, yeah. Okay.
You made him like 20 years younger and very bangable, because he went from like, ooh, someone would definitely do him, just not me, to, oh, never mind, I would definitely do him. So that's what happened.
Oh, lovely. Nice. Okay, cool. Yep. That's where we're at.
It'll be fun. Moving on down the line, Clay Raven Moonleaf, that lovely long name. Bees, why don't you go and introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, Big Bees here. I will be playing Clay Raven Moonleaf, the big old huggable teddy bear of the group, who's just, one of the two innocent beings of purity in this horrible game of terrible people. And I remember Marshall being turned bangable, and then somebody went after somebody's cousin, I think, and was about to get their booty hole snatched up. And that's all I remember from the end.
That is very true. The lovely two individuals who were assigned to watch all of you, two of your classmates, one of them, Ophelia, turned out to have a lot of knowledge about the occult and each and every one of you. She had a notebook detailing exactly what you were, as well as some of your weaknesses, as well as two of your deceased classmates who also seemed to be supernatural of some type. And when Meg happened to cast a different hex on Ophelia, she went crazy and left to go find a certain witch cousin of someone's. And that probably won't end poorly in any way, shape, or form. Moving on down the line, we're going to go to our favorite trouble, Timothy Robble. Barty, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Everybody, I am Barty Time, your TTRPG best friend, boyfriend sometimes. It's an on and off relationship we've got going on. I am playing Trouble the Cuckoo, who is just cuckoo for stealing people's clothes. And yes, that was the part I remember. After my parents came and took me, and then my dad hit someone in the road and they died. But they really died from, like, the stab wounds they had going on. I tried to get my dad to believe that he did it, but Dad, what can you do? They never took responsibility for anything.
Boomers.
Yeah. I then was ushered back home with JV, who hid my knife. The magic knife. Then Marshall didn't come back. The lady who's like Marshall's boss came back. And we, had to deal with her for a little bit. And then we all went to sleep and we woke up and Marshall was back. And, they're the Wonder Twins of Doom were there. And Ophelia, the one who is just absolutely awful, just disgusting in every way, shape, and form. Yeah, she's evil, and we're gonna have to probably kill her.
Oh, I don't know. Ophelia was a different character. This is Daisy. Daisy's the one who's the head of the occult club. I was like, that name sounds wrong. It's because it is.
Oh yeah.
Daisy is the one who's the head of the occult club. That was Anna's. We haven't played in like 4 or 5 weeks. Brain issue.
Whatever. She was the one who was dressed like a lolly fantasy, but was too innocent to do that kind of stuff. Disgusting.
And then also, your best friend Vivian was there too.
Yeah, Vivian.
You said Ophelia, and I was like, when did the big bad from Barty's Monster Hearts game show up?
That's where my brain went. That's what the issue was.
Listen, they left quite an impression on all of you.
It's subconsciously burned into my brain, apparently.
Yeah, that's.
Alrighty. And moving on to the individual whose cousin is definitely not going to get killed this episode, Avery. Nora, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nora. I just did a rebrand on my channel, so you can find me on Twitch as cosmic__crush. Your gamer relationship, I guess. And tonight I'm playing Avery Roundtree, the unicorn, who recently learned they could phase through walls and teleport, and definitely didn't promise to do all sorts of questionable and illegal things in return for organic, ethically produced snacks. Nope, didn't do that at all. No. Also didn't discover that a classmate of theirs who is an ardent note taker may have been replaced with a body snatcher and wants to kill their cousin, Quentin the Hot Witch. So I don't know. Last we remember, Avery had teleported to the coffee shop and was checking on Quentin. And Quentin said, "Oh, Daisy, that kid just showed up." So yeah.
Yeah, you had received a picture or a Snapchat from him with a cup that had said Daisy, and he was like, "Hey, she's here," and you're like, "All right, bye," and teleported straight out, telling your friends where you were going, but not waiting for them in any way, shape, or form.
Nope, because why? Why would you when you have teleportation?
Exactly. And last but certainly not least, Mab Shannon.
I cannot. This is nonsense. I leave for one session and daisies happen and all sorts of crazy things. I'm Shannon. I'm playing Mab. I am Faye. And the last thing I remember was way back. Involved sleeping with Meg and Blaine and waking up, and then there was a friendship bracelet that I gave to Meg. And then there was like I think I was going to join in the computer destruction at the time. And then I think after that was it. been...
Yeah, you were going to join in the smashy.
And this
So to
smashy
give-
smashy, yeah.
You smashy, and then we're going to join in on computer smashy was really how it worked.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wanted to get all the smashy in.
Every definition of smashy.
She's emotional and was having a time. So smashy was the healthy way of dealing with emotions.
So to catch everyone back up on what happened last time, as Barty said, Trouble was being taken to a psychiatrist outside of town when his father struck a child, the captain of the football team, the local football team. And as Trouble kind of went out to go look, he was grabbed by this football player and basically told, like, someone is coming to get me, and a dagger was handed off before this football player died. And then the cops came and didn't question Trouble at all and was just like, no, it's totally cool. We talked to your parents. Everything's fine. And Trouble's like, that's fucking weird. But went inside anyway with Meg, because Meg also came outside and was still like, that's also weird. You did a little research on the dagger and found out who it was owned by, which I can pull up in a name. But anyway, after I looked that up, you did a little bit of information research.
Glanville. Yes.
AG, you guys, also noticed that Marshall wasn't there, spoke to the other individual who also comes in and out of the house every so often, snuck into Marshall's office to snoop around and steal some shit, stole a flask from Marshall's office, drank out of said flask from Marshall's office. It tasted like asshole. Kind of like Malort, as I said last time, for those of you who live or know anything about the Midwest drink Malort. If not, liquid burning tire.
Malort?
Malort. I can bring you some if you want. You don't, but I could.
I'm always down to try regional things.
Okay.
I'm also
Girlit
Googling
is
it.
bad. Girlit
It's
is
bad.
so bad.
It's bad. It's one of those things that like you do as a prank on people at the bar. You'll be like, let me buy you a birthday shot, and then you buy a Malort because you hate them on the inside. That's really what that is. Anyway, you drank some of that, realized it was gross, was also like, where the hell is Marshall? Marshall came back in and was like, I was dealing with the fact a child was deceased outside of our house. Also, here's 2 babysitters. Vivian, who very much tried to get all of you to convert your evil ways, especially Meg. And she said she would pray for all of you. And then she was scared out. She left. Daisy, on the other hand, was driven mad by Meg as well and started sputtering off all of her secrets that she knows about each and every one of you, showing the fact that she has a journal noting the fact all of you are supernatural and how she knows and how to thwart your supernatural ways. The entirety of the group, the 4 of them, did not recognize for the whole day that Blaine and Mab were missing. That was fun. They just did, at the very end, they were like, oh, we should probably check where they were since, this kid died in the forest and they went out into the forest and they haven't come back yet. That was a last-minute decision of your group.
To be fair, we were all busy having various crises.
Yeah,
That's
we
fair.
were going through.
It is distracting when children are hit and there's weird mythical things happening. I guess I get it.
But when they did finally discover or go out to where the smashy should have happened, all of the electronics were still there, but in a circle of bluebells and mushrooms. So that's where we will pick up. Blaine and Mab. Mab, you had never really had the ability to fully control when you could go back home. You've tried before, and it's always not necessarily worked. You can talk to your dad, you can have decent conversations with your dad, but ever trying to transport back home has always been difficult, not impossible, but difficult. You've recognized, though, in moments of high emotion, sometimes you can just bamf. And it's not usually planned. But it's a safe space that you can go to because you're home and no one can hurt you. But at this point, this is the first time you've ever bamfed back home with another person. You're bringing someone home to daddy. As you both kind of come to, there's this kind of haze and fog in your brain and you're like almost over your eyes. It's like when you wake up and it's like noon and the lights are streaming through your curtains, like right on your face, it's one of those like very jarring, very uncomfortable situations where you're like, I should be relaxed, but also what the happened?
Mm-hmm.
As you come to, you look around and you are in a heavily wooded forest, but all of the plants here are completely exotic. Hell, they probably don't even exist on Earth at this point. They're massive birds of paradise, and they're all seemingly having this unearthly aura and glow to them. Almost like if it was all covered in a layer of shitty glitter glue, but the glitter glue was magic. That is kind of the aura that gives off. You also immediately recognize that you are very close to your father's court. Just a short while, like 3 steps to the left, you can see your father sitting in a massive throne. Your father is, well, he's hot. Of course he is. He made you, so automatically he has to be very hot. But he is almost ageless in the fact he has very, like, that ambiguous, like, yes, he looks young, but not, like, uncomfortably young. Like, when you look at someone, you're like, oh, how old are you? And they're like, 60. And you're like, no! That kind of look, where you objectively think they're incorrect when they tell you their age. It's that very suave, elderly gentleman with a very square, chiseled jaw. He's wearing basically just, like, leather pants, and that's about it. He's leaning back in his chair, glass of wine in his hand, and you can just feel the level of disgust that is coming from him as he has already seen your friend that you've brought with.
Where the fuck are we? And who the fuck is that?
Okay, one, please don't try to sleep with my dad. I mean,
But-
right now. I mean, whatever you do, just not with me around, okay?
Hold on.
Boundaries.
First of all, that's your father. So,
Well,
do we need
yeah.
to have the talk about how this isn't serious and just because things happen doesn't mean that I'm coming home to meet daddy?
Ew, Blaine. God. Ew.
I'm just checking.
Jesus
So,
Christ. Your
About
dick
that
is not
sex
that
with your
great.
dad. Let's go meet him.
Okay, fine.
Wow.
I didn't
I
say
can-
anything.
I can change it if you'd like.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that later. We'll go up to Dad.
As you kind of approach him, you recognize that in his court, there always is several different servants and footmen kind of constantly hustling, bustling. Both of you are immediately greeted with a chalice of, like, elderberry, mulberry wine. It's very sweet, it's very fruity, and it doesn't really taste like alcohol, which is the best part because you can get shwasted on it. Shwiggity-shwasted. And these footmen kind of move very silently and very rapidly. They also don't make eye contact with Blaine at all. It's one of those, like, here, Mab, and then immediately, like, when it goes to Blaine, it's like the direct, like, looking down. We are not talking. We are not, like, we are showing the correct amount of, like, hospitality, but nothing more to this individual who has joined us.
Shy. How adorable.
It's just they're persnickety about guests. And maybe you could fix your hair and, like, straighten your collar and your button. And we should have gotten you new shoes. Oh, this is so horrible.
I thought you said this wasn't serious. Why are you so concerned? And why the hell have you been living with Marshall when all of this has been at your disposal?
It's not that great. Okay.
Could have fooled me.
I mean, if your dad walked around in leather pants without a shirt on all the time, maybe you'd be a little embarrassed to live at home too.
He walks
Okay?
around with a loincloth, okay? A loincloth.
A loincloth? Oh,
Yes.
how embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
On lucky days, so.
Oy.
But, the furry barren legs kind of cover it up, so I guess that's fine.
Oh! Wait.
Blaine's dad wears a loincloth made of souls. Is what I'm picturing in my head. Just made
It's
of
hell
damn souls.
couture. It's fine.
As you two approach your father, Mab, he leans back in his chair, kind of pushing his feet forward more up on one of the side tables. Why have you brought that to our domain?
So, this is Blaine. excuse me.
Hi
it,
there.
yeah, it was an accident actually. I was just having a moment and then like poof, and then we were here and he was with me. So that's neat. Aren't you proud of me though? I mean, I did such a cool job. I brought another person. I mean, tell me that you love me.
You brought the son of the devil
Oh, right.
to our sacred domain.
I mean, he's
Here
like
I was. Thinking I was the master of
royalty.
disguise.
He's royal, right? We're royal. It's all like posh, right? Like
Blaine, you can notice as you stand, the grass beneath your feet slowly begins to die. It seems like your presence here is negatively affecting the life that is
Oh.
surrounding.
could you stop walking on the ground for a minute, Blaine?
What
Blaze?
would you have me? Fine. I'll begin to levitate.
Thank you.
Just watch Blaine, like it's like a centimeter and a half off the ground. Like it is not a lot. It's
Yeah.
Blaine just being like,
I'm just like,
Yeah. See, it's working out just fine. Blaine's a friend.
does his father know he's here?
I didn't even know he was coming until like we were here. So I don't even know that Blaine knows where we are exactly. So I highly doubt it.
would you like me to tell him? You might get along.
I'm fully aware of who he is.
Oh, did you guys have a thing? Is this another one of those things?
Map!
What?
Do tell.
Sorry.
And he kind of looks over at Blaine and just does that very slow, kind of creepy, like up down with his eye, just his eyes, like scanning your body. And goes, out of all of the children of the demons, you're the worst dressed.
Right? I was just
Wow.
telling him it would have been really nice if he changed his shoes.
So the fashion here is pants. Is that what I'm getting? Would you like me to take my shirt off?
I'd like you to leave.
Oh, well, how do I do that? I wasn't invited and I didn't ask to come here anyway.
To be
He kind of-
fair, these are very fancy pants. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He points over in the direction of what looks to be a small, like a small reflection pool. It's maybe like 2 feet in diameter. It's very small. And he goes, well, you could try and drown yourself in that and see if you go away.
Wow.
No, thank you. Vintage silk.
Dad?
Your father
seriously.
probably got it off of a dead person and gave it to you.
And what's your point? There's lots of them about in hell.
You can tell that if there is not some kind of intervention, your father will attempt to hurt Blaine, and since this is his domain, he's going to succeed.
So, Dad, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
I'm being serious right now, and I need you to pay attention to me. Okay, me. Okay.
And you just see him like just full body turn away from Blaine to look at you. Yes, daughter.
I called you the other day when I needed someone to talk to, and you basically told me to fuck off.
I was
Okay?
busy.
Yeah, what were you doing that was so important?
Okay, maybe I will go drown in the pond.
You just see him motion to literally everything around and goes, I believe I was ruling a entire... I'm sorry. Do you want me to just stop? I could give it up. We could just stop existing. Is that what you want?
I mean, okay, look, like there's gotta be some sort of spectrum between not existing and taking care of the emotional needs of your precious daughter.
I'm pretty sure when you called, you weren't in any imminent danger.
I was too, and you know what?
Were you bleeding?
That is a very personal question.
Was any of your bones broken?
No, but murder had happened, and I was
it you
stuck
who was
in my
murdered?
bed. No, but I got put in my bedroom and couldn't come out. I don't see your point.
I'm pretty sure you're fine. And maybe some time alone in a bedroom could do you some good. Maybe you'd lose an attitude.
Yeah, I'm sure being alone is just fine for my psyche, not having some sort of like abandonment complex because you weren't there for me in my time of need. But whatever, that's fine. So
would you like me to be more involved in your life? I can micromanage everything you do. Is that something you would enjoy?
What? You're so extreme. Like it's like black and white with you. It's like this way or it's this way, and there's middle grounds, Dad. There's middle bits that we could occupy. Okay.
I do not.
You know what? Fine. It's fine. I will be the bigger person here. Your daughter, your offspring will be the bigger person here, okay? Fine. So what are you up to anyway? What's going on? Is there a party?
There's always a party. Yes. And you just slowly see like one of the servants who had like one of those like shitty little popper things walk up to you and then be like, not the right time, and then walk away immediately. Like go to offer you just like a fun little like pop, and then they're like, I recognize this is not the correct moment to be doing this, and then you just turn around and walk away.
So
And you could stay and join, though I do ask you get rid of the trash before you do.
Wow.
I could ask you to maybe show a little bit of niceness to my friend. You know what? If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't even be here right now. Okay? Because guess whose arms I had to run into because someone didn't answer my phone call. Okay? So maybe you should put a little of that blame, flip that around just a little bit onto yourself and realize that there are consequences to your actions.
If you want to
Hear,
fuck
hear.
the son of a demon, have fun. You'll see the consequences.
Well, I did have fun. Thank you very much, Dad. What are the consequences, though? Like, is this a thing I should worry about?
Are you not feeling any different afterwards?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's really scary. What are you... I don't... Blaine?
Yes. How am I supposed to know? I don't know what causes anything.
He
I'm
fully
just
knows.
trash.
You know what? This is not a pleasant atmosphere right now, and I am in an emotional state that just can't handle these vibes that are coming at me. So
Blaine just grabs a drink off a tray.
that one turns you into a donkey.
Well, donkey shows are fun
He's already an
sometimes too,
ass.
aren't
It
they?
doesn't matter.
It was a Midsummer Night's Dream reference. It's a character.
I appreciated it.
Okay, good. I just want somebody to know how to say.
Okay.
So, thank you.
But I had to do my quip first. I had to do the funny quip first before I
You did.
acknowledged
No,
it. It would've
you
been-
were. It was
the timing would have
obligatory.
been wrong.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get you. Okay. So, well, I guess we will go. So maybe you could help us go, because really, I only came here on accident. So.
Would you like me to answer the question you so desperately needed me to while I was busy before?
Yes, if you remember what it was, because I don't. But it was very important.
That's something to do with the murder. I don't remember what
Oh
it was.
yeah! Do you know anything about that? The murder's going on?
Besides the fact it is very obviously someone hunting the children of better beings.
So, are you concerned about this at all? Seeing as how I'm one of those?
You can always come back if you're in danger. I trust your ability to take care of yourself. I'm not going to treat you as though you're an infant unless you wish I do.
No, not an infant.
Mab, you don't trust the fact you can handle a lot on your own, and maybe you should start doing that.
It's fine. Being in the human world is
Sucks.
fine. No, it's fine, okay? They have people who wear shirts.
Yeah, that's
Would
nice.
you like me to put
Pretty
on a
nice.
shirt? Is that something that's very much bothering you?
Not me. I was just using it as an example. Don't be so sensitive.
Are you sure you're not friends with my dad? You have a lot of commonalities.
There's just a glare, and he looks back to Mab.
Yeah, is there like some history there or something? Like, do you know?
You can roll
personally?
dark and see if you know.
I kind of want to. Getting a little. Can you remind me? Let's see. Dark. I've got 1. So that's how many
So you're
d6?
rolling at it's 2d6, add 1.
2d6 add 1. So that is 11.
That's a full success. What do you want to know about them?
I want to know like everything. Were they like college buddies, or like are Blaine and I somehow like
wow.
weirdly related, which would be really awkward.
Oh, no.
Please don't do that. But like
You are not
you know.
really related. That's gross. Everything about that is gross. No.
Matt, for just 1 second. Oh shit! No, we're good. We're good. It's fine.
Hold on. You get the strong feeling that the reason your father has such a disdain for Blaine's is one, he's kind of the antithesis of everything your father creates. Your father creates a lot of fun and life and parties, and death kind of puts a pooper on those parties. That, and you do feel as though there was at one point some sort of romance between the two of them, and it went awry somewhere. Whether it was your father who made it go awry or his father who made it go awry, we don't know.
Mab just like kind of raises her eyebrow and gives him that like knowing look, and then goes back to what they're talking about. So, if we could maybe go back home.
Well, you are home.
You get a lot of weird mixed messages about how you feel about things.
I enjoy your presence here.
Aw, thank you. Anyway, I love you too. If we could go back to the mortal realm, and I could take Blaine with me, and you could make that happen where Blaine doesn't like turn inside out or any of that weird stuff that's happened before to my ex-boyfriends, that would be really nice.
I will not promise you that, because I know how promises work, but... And he points once again to the reflection pond, and goes, if you jump through it and don't actually drown yourself, you should be able to go back. But drowning yourself is still an option.
Do you want to do anything else before we go back, Blaine?
Oh, what would we do? Be scorned again by Daddy? Let's go.
I thought you liked that kind of thing. Walking
Well.
up to the pool.
I turn back around and say, just in case, and hand her dad a business card.
You see it, he grabs it, he flicks his fingers with the business card, and it just bursts into flame.
I like it hot. Let's go to the pool.
Leave.
I think your dad and my dad had a thing.
Oh. Well, I don't need Daddy's sloppy seconds. Let's go.
Don't fuck my dad!
You two jump through the reflection pool and come back through the same small circle of bluebells and mushrooms. And I believe it was Avery and Meg who were there, who had went to go see where the fuck their friends were. And in a spot that once had nothing except for a circle of flowers and mushrooms, pops both Blaine and Mab. Blaine, however, has a single bluebell tucked in the lapel of his jacket. And then when you pull it out, there's just a small note from Mab's father that says, if you ever return to my realm, being a donkey would be the nicest thing I could do to you.
Oh, he's saucy.
He's feisty, but he's really very sweet. He's super fun parties.
Yeah, just seems like the life of it, doesn't he?
Where were you? You were gone for hours.
We were?
Hours?
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of lost my shit for a second and whoopsie daisied us into the Fey realm, but we're fine.
The Fey realm?
Yeah. Super
Really
fun.
not a lot to talk about. Wasn't that great? Where the fuck's my hammer?
You just don't like it because my dad didn't like you. And you're the antithesis of all things that are joy.
Avery, it is about this time when you're talking
You
to the
seemed
other
like
two.
you were
That's when
squealing
you
with
get
joy
that
earlier.
Snapchat with Ophelia's name on a coffee cup.
Oh, shit. Gotta go. I'll be at the coffee house, and then poof.
Hey,
Avery's gone.
Did you say Ophelia? Did you mean Ophelia or did you mean Daisy?
Daisy.
Or is there actually an Ophelia? Okay.
No, there's not.
I'm so
Ophelia's
confused.
It's Daisy.
Maybe it should just be Ophelia. How's everything here?
No,
Um,
please
Give
no.
Meg a hug.
Oh, well, I did miss you, but, things got a little dicey, to say the least. There, it's a little difficult to explain, but... And then, cue an explanation.
Like
100%.
From the
There's a
perspective of-
dagger that, you know, a kid was killed with that has some creepy person's initials on that came from, like, a really long time ago. There's definitely, they talk about, you know, the lovely Christian girl who came to visit you to babysit you, as well as Daisy. Daisy has a bunch of shit on all of you, including the two individuals who are now dead, who also happen to both be werewolves, so that's weird. And that's probably, you know, concerning on some degree. Oh, also Marshall's hot.
Okay, the rest of that I can buy. I can buy all of that. Marshall being hot.
Honestly.
And I am powerful. I can do a lot of things, and
It's true.
I did this. Or that, rather. I suppose you could... You'll see it. It's fine. Or whatever. You'll see.
Where's
So
Chad?
is everyone alive? Clay in trouble? Okay.
It has been a few minutes. So I'm not sure. I mean, if we're all being honest, any of us could die at literally any moment. How could I possibly know whether or not any of us are fine ever? But...
Fair.
See, this is where the real party's been.
Fine, you know what? You take me to hell someday and we'll compare whose house is cooler than whose.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, that should be fun. I like a warm climate.
Do you
Like
wanna
really
shake
cute in a
on it?
bikini. No.
Oh my
Unless you want to make a deal.
I'm good.
Hmm.
Next time there's a little vacation trip to home, please bring me. It was a lot here, and I could use a vacation, okay?
I'm sorry. I really didn't. I would. You know what? In that circumstance, Blaine was just not a good traveling companion. I would have much rather had you anyway.
I
What?
would've-
Well, you were grumpy the whole time.
What did you expect? I was bombarded as soon as I walked into that weird ass place.
You need to, like,
Hmm.
use your emotions in positive ways and not
are
succumb to
When
outside
he
emotions?
continues to shit talk your home, a small breeze hits those bluebells in the circle and they begin to just slightly chime as though it's a small bell.
I would have loved to meet your dad. That would have been so fun. He
We'll do it.
probably would have hated me, and I probably would have died, but...
Oh
would
no,
have been
if he
fun
didn't
to,
kill
like,
Blaine,
have
he
a
won't kill you. It's totally fine. I do want to go and just check on Trouble and Clay. And then I guess Avery's fine because they just popped away. Oh, I knew that could happen.
Buzz, Daisy's at the coffee shop. Everyone gets the text. Help.
Oh,
They need
okay.
help.
So, like, this, big problem, probably, I think. 95% sure big problem. Require team.
Long ago, did
Team.
Daisy leave before getting the text about the coffee shop?
Like 5 minutes.
And it's not a 5-minute walk away.
Hell no.
So, like, this is a house problem. We should probably deal with it. Ugh, God. Okay.
It's fine. We should go. And we can take care of it. We're all strong, powerful,
three of
unique
you-
individuals.
The three of you
Yeah.
convene at the front of the house getting ready to leave when Trouble and Clay have both joined you.
Dad
Who
is
had
Marshall
the
freaking out
knife
right
and
now?
are you...
I was the one keeping the knife. I put it in
Oh
a
yeah,
box
you put it
of
in like a
salt.
box, yeah.
Of salt, yeah. But specifically, how bad is Marshall freaking out right now? Because he's hot, and he was not that
he was. It was weird because he was like, it seemed as though he was pissed. Like, it seemed as though he was very angry with the situation, probably because, he was hexed. But he like had looked at himself, said, "What the fuck?" and locked himself in his office.
Yeah, I think just like troubles in the front lot, just like I'll be just like banging on the door, not banging, just like knocking very politely. Marshall, we should really talk about this. I'm sure that sharing your feelings is a healthy thing to do in this instance.
Leave him
He,
be.
like-
He's just feeling himself.
Literally.
He opens the door and there's like a very frantic, like frenzied look on his face. He does not look at all okay with this situation, and this is really the first time you've seen him like, yeah, you've seen him frazzled before with the deaths, but that was like reined in frazzled, where he's like showing enough to be like, this is not okay, guys. But this is unhinged. Like, his hair is now a mess. Like, the 5 o'clock shadow is just suddenly looks unkempt, which makes no sense since it just like, he just turned hot. His like shirt or his sweater is now like, oh, like the shirt underneath the sweater is now untucked. You can see the bottom of it, and he looks frazzled and just goes, "I am so sorry. I cannot deal with you right now. If you need something, call the cops." And he closes the door.
I was more trying to help you in this particular situation, Marshall. Because you're the one having
And you
the
just hear,
emotion.
"I'm fine," from the door.
Does
So
he
remember,
look like he needs help? He's
and then I
so
see
much
I see
hotter
those three.
now.
It's like, okay, Marshall, we're gonna go and we're gonna let you like have a moment to breathe by yourself. And when we come back, we're gonna have emotional sherry time. Okay? Okay.
We're
Hi.
going to our rooms. To our rooms.
Sure. Sure. Because he's not gonna know that we're gonna leave and go to the coffee shop.
We are going to our rooms. Yes. Exactly.
And
To our room.
We'll jump over to Avery now, since Avery could teleport. Avery, you enter the coffee shop. You don't see Quentin. You don't see Daisy. You don't see anyone. The coffee shop is empty. It shouldn't be.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
You begin to hear the distinct sound of when you have left the milk on the frother for way too long, when it's starting to overflow and now burn. It seems as though things have been left just as though everyone was picked up and taken somewhere else.
Rescue the expensive equipment. Like, just
Of
gonna go
course.
turn off the cappuccino machine for a sec. And just like, yeah, lean over the counter awkwardly, just like chub a squishin and like, like fumble at that handle.
It's off. You've saved it. You also managed to, grab the milk, and it's getting to that point where it's like like the light brown of a burnt milk kind of. It also smells gross because it's burnt milk.
Pour that shit down the sink. Look at behind the counter for any clues. Like, are there phones left behind? Like, who else was on the schedule today?
It looks like there were 2 cell phones left behind the bar, like in the back staff area, like behind the counter, where you're supposed to lock away your phones because you're not supposed to be your phone all work, like that. There's 2 phones there. It looks like the schedule is also up. It seems to have been your cousin and one other individual who were both working at the same time. Not there. No notes have been left. Nothing.
Avery starts hyperventilating a little bit, but like is definitely taking pains to not like go full panic mode and just like looking around at everything. They
All of the things.
go out the back door of the coffee shop and go up to Quentin's apartment door and just like pause in front of the door and are like, how do I fumble with the doorknob, and then just phases right through it. And then once they're on the other side, they like, I could have just phased through the ceiling. And then looks around up there and it's just like, Quentin, fuck. And
as
then
you phase through the door, sitting in the middle of the floor, in a rune circle, is Daisy. the most unsettling but calm smile on her face as she is looking at you straight in the eyes, unblinking. I thought you'd arrive soon. Her tone has completely changed. She does not sound like the same person she did before, and her movements are almost mechanical.
Face straight backward out of the door, send the text.
You send the text, the panic text after that, and you don't hear anything coming from the room. You wait the 20 minutes that it takes for your friends to get there from home, and you greet them. Greet is a relative term. Them downstairs by the coffee shop.
Avery has definitely like made themselves a panic hot chocolate with plant milk.
Heck yeah.
Just like 4 shots of sugar.
6 big pumps of the ridiculous chocolate for like a tall. Yeah, 100%. Avery looks also unhinged. Sitting there shaking with the cup.
How are you doing?
Daisy, but probably not. Daisy is upstairs in Clinton's apartment, and I didn't want to face it alone.
Was Daisy the bitch with the book?
Okay.
So,
all right.
Meg, how much do you know about rune circles?
How much do I know about runes?
Roll dark.
I feel like
Good question.
How much did what is it? Tumblr tell you about Rune Circle?
Is a fabulous question.
It's a subreddit.
We will find out.
r/rune circles.
10.
10?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You know enough. You could probably look at it and tell pretty much what it's, what they're used for, unless it's super complex.
Excellent. Well, I know just about enough to probably come up with some kind of plan. At least be able to identify something. So, how's about we head on up there? Because I'm gonna be honest, it's weird. This coffee shop is too quiet, and I find that weird. And it's alarming. I want that to stop. So, and also I really want a latte. So,
me too.
Let's go upstairs.
Well, I
are you going upstairs before or after you make the lattes?
I don't know how to pull a shot, so you're on your own.
I've got it.
First,
yes.
Trouble jumps behind the bar.
Could you make my ristretto, please? Maybe half blonde and half dark.
Do you want foam art too?
Oh my god. Thanks.
Sure.
Are there any snacks?
There's all the pastries in this thing.
Hot damn.
Do you want one little lollipops with the cake pop things?
Look, like one drink is fine, but don't eat the whole display case.
And Trouble is just goes about making it just for some reason. He just like knows certain things whenever he just like takes over people's bodies and just like.
I just love this image of y'all kicking down the door with like Starbucks. Like if I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be late with a Starbucks. So.
And he like sets down your latte mab with like a little fairy butterfly art. And for you, Meg, it's like a little witch's hat.
Aww. Aww. You are the best, and you are my favorite. I need you to know that. We do also have a thing that we need to do now.
Can I get a to-go cup, please?
Just take the cup to go.
Clay is wielding 2 bear claws, one in each hand, just ready to go.
Can you please have like 5 of those like cupcake pops like sticking out of your mouth though too? Like.
Oh, he's got one tucked behind each ear, like pencils, and then he's got one of the bear claws, like a third one in his mouth already.
Priorities.
This is perhaps.
We're teenagers.
Oh, wait a moment. Dearest, Blaine, did you call your people? Because they're not. We hadn't seen them for a
Yes.
little while.
Text is sent out. They should be here momentarily.
Great.
Oh.
And
Just tell
as
them-
Blaine says that, like a large black SUV pulls up and the three of them pour out.
Oh, look.
Right.
They're here now.
Well, shall we go?
Good.
That's scarily effective.
I done been ready.
Send Todd in first.
Actually,
Avery,
I'd want to go first. Can I go first? I'd love to go first.
Avery definitely borrowed one
Nice.
of the pens that you signed the receipts with and like started sketching out the runes and see if Meg recognizes it, but then Avery realizes they don't remember half the
Oh.
runes.
Thank God. I thought you were going to write a sorry note to the owner.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, probably they already did that too.
Give them.
Avery tucks away sorry note that was already
Yeah.
pre-written.
Uh-huh.
I would
Trouble's
never
gonna
do
go up the
that.
stairs and go up to Quentin's door and just open it.
Yeah,
And
it's unlocked.
Very quickly, Mega's following, like, on the heels.
As you step into the room, no one's there. The room is tossed completely. It looks as though a home invasion has occurred. Things are flipped, things are taken. The runes that were on the floor are smudged. They're still there, but they're smudged. You see that the window, the two windows in Quentin's apartment, one facing the back and one facing the front, are both smashed. The one facing the back has the good old Jimmy, like, bed sheet thing out the back. There seems to be a large amount of blood everywhere. Like a concerning amount of blood everywhere. Avery, are you in the room as well?
Yeah, probably a third one in.
The spell books are gone.
Fuck.
What? What happened?
This
is-
the spell.
I'm
books
assuming
are
not what you
gone.
came.
The spell. No, when I came in here, she was sitting right there. Avery points, with the circle. Oh God, was that a trap that Quentin had set? Oh, and then maybe. Oh God, panic.
Mad Blake pops in. Did she pop? There's like blood everywhere.
Looking at the blood,
I don't.
Trouble goes into like CSI mode at the moment and is like channeling like all of his SVU CSI
Blood splatter
knowledge
analysis. Let's go.
and CIS, and it's just like, okay, was this like a struggle? Was this like a plan? Like it was supposed to concern us that all this blood is here, but it's not actually real. Like what's going on?
It's
roll dark.
plant-based blood substitute.
Rolling
It's
with dark.
actually it's
should
much
roll
like in
dice.
Psycho where they use chocolate syrup because you can't tell the difference in black and white.
Yeah.
8.
Yes, this is real blood. Yes, there was a struggle. Yes, that circle that was runes was used to keep this demon bitch inside. I use demon as not an actual demon, but a horrible person. It somehow got broken, and she couldn't do that from the inside of the circle. Someone must have helped her.
Ooh, our video, is there surveillance cameras somewhere
No,
in the room?
Quentin's too poor for that.
Ugh.
I'd run an analysis on this blood, and where the fuck is my Starbucks? He hands me a cup of a specialized drink from an actual Starbucks.
Oh, I see that I'm not good enough
Instead
for
of
his
the local
highness.
fair trade.
This is
No
actually the
offense.
best coffee I have ever had. Trouble.
Good.
However,
Thank you.
before all that happens, I do have a question. For everyone, particularly here, can anyone see into the ether, so to speak?
Could, like, try.
I have Beyond the Veil. Is that the one? I can look. I need to look up the thing. I don't have the
Quentin
thing
was-
anymore, but one of the things I have, I can look beyond the veil, and that's supposed to do that, right?
I believe
Find out
so.
right now.
Let's look.
Quentin was
Yeah.
trying to teach me how to
Help me.
scry.
That's what Control F is.
I don't have the
Beyond the
book.
veil.
Well,
To seek audience with the fairy king, gaze into the
Oh.
abyss on a 10 and up. So you can just talk to your daddy again. He might be able to help.
I
Well,
could.
if we're
If
getting
he
the
answers.
plan, like we have enough substance here to figure out kind of what happened. I mean, it's all over the floor and the walls, so.
I kind of remember a spell, but I would need help to finish it, maybe?
Well, why doesn't the witch and the half witch, like, by your powers combined, make 1.5 witch? And then.
Sure, sounds good to me.
I guess it doesn't work like that, but
Have you tried?
100% plus 50%, it's obviously 150%. Come on now.
That maths.
I think my confidence counts for like a negative 25%.
That's too complicated
So,
math for me.
125.
Oh my god, just try.
Avery
Yeah,
starts...
go ahead and try. What is teenagehood more? You know what, Avery? You've got to be more open to trying new experiences. Okay, Meg is a willing.
Avery's already ignoring.
I was actually going to bring it up. I think Meg is being a
spell
little too
confidence.
nice for being in her darkest self.
Oh right.
That's true.
That's fair. That is true.
To be fair, your darkest self is simply to hex anyone who crosses you.
Right.
Nobody has
Right.
crossed you yet, so
No.
you're all right.
Nobody has.
Being very
Hasn't
friendly.
Really happened. I would.
I mean, the free coffee helps.
Perhaps imagine that the other sort of portion of it is the I am too powerful and now I'm impatient. So
I want you to laugh like that forever, always. That was like I can't.
I am impatient and want shit to get done. So, I'm unsure of what exactly to do. Like, I don't have a move for this, but I do just sort of want to use a weird, just vague amount of power and just
Gaze into the abyss.
oh,
Get up in there.
you right. You absolutely right. Sorry, that was in the chat, and I just had to verbally respond and say I saw that, and yes. Now, I think it might just be basically gazing into the abyss to see very specifically if I can see where somebody is.
Sure.
Like where either okay, two things. One, either to look briefly in the past to see what was previously on this shelf. And then from there try to do some kind of scrying situation to locate said thing from the shelf.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that feels like the plan. That feels like exactly what I
So
want
it's
to
going to
do.
be 2 different dark
thing.
rolls to gaze into the abyss. So start with the first one to see what was on said shelf.
Fabulous.
I mean,
Avery was looking for like Quentin's scrying bowl, and to see
that'll
if that
help.
was still intact.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's still there. It seems the only things that were really taken were the spell books.
Okay.
So that's a 6. Don't.
Dad is a failure.
Um,
You begin.
I will
Yes.
spend a string to give you a +1 on Meg
All right.
Oh,
to make it a 7.
thank you.
There you go. As you
Oh.
begin to kind of focus on what the fuck was on this shelf, you see flashes of several different witch covens. You see flashes of witch covens like Salem witch trial era. You see flashes of more modern covens. You see flashes of like the high school witchy girls who sit in the same like fucking, lunch table who all just like, you see constant flashes of these several witch covens. And the one thing that remains pretty constant is a singular book.
Oh. Okay. So, whatever that book is the thing. Presumably.
To be fair, Avery
Huh.
could have told you that.
Yeah, that's true. True, but again, I was impatient and didn't feel like waiting and waffling.
That's fair.
So,
I thought you were just gonna like use Avery as some sort of like wand or conductor, and just without.
What are they called? The Dowling rods?
Yeah.
oh my god.
Water witch.
That makes so much more sense, actually. Wait.
And
grab
you hold your
Avery
hands
by
up
the
like this,
hoodie.
and when your arms crossed.
And that have been an in-character suggestion.
That was absolutely an in-character suggestion. Like,
Boom.
you know, I mean, you could just always use Avery as like a divining rod.
Use
or
me as a
thing.
Oh my god, that's perfect!
You'll
Grab.
like it, just go with it. It's
Grab.
fine.
arms out,
Without
just like
asking whether or not this is okay, I apologize for the lack. JV, apologize for the lack of consent with that. However,
Meg does.
I'm for it as a player. Go for it.
and on forehead.
All right,
Top
go
of
ahead
head.
and roll dark one more time.
Yes. Aha!
I only suggested it because Nora at one point or another said that they consent to all of the
That is true.
things.
This is a little bit better. This one is a 9.
9. So with the help
I
of
know, with a little help
Avery's
from your
knowledge, with the help of Avery just concentrating sheerly on this book, because Avery knows this book almost inside and out as well, you can get this very hazy image. The book is moving. You can hear what sounds like the whir of a car engine. It sounds like it's going down maybe a gravel road, maybe a dirt road, something along those lines. You can also hear what sounds like someone's pained, muffled voices. Something that sounds like someone might be bound and gagged nearby this book.
Blaine,
Ooh.
are you here already? Untie those
No.
people.
Ooh.
You just assume. Fine.
There's okay. So dirt roads, dirt roads, dirt roads.
Shit. Did
Do we
Avery
know-
see any of that?
Yeah. You guys kind of like twin
Fabulous.
visioned it, like that's so Raven, but had a combined vision.
Did I recognize one of the muffled voices?
Yeah, it's your cousin. He sounds in pain and terrified.
Shit.
But there was another voice as well that was muffled, and it sounded as though they were also bound and gagged.
Huh.
They've got hostages. I can teleport to it and send a ping and teleport back, maybe? I don't know.
Wouldn't you just take all of us with you?
I don't know if I guess everybody hold hands.
Ooh. I love a fun experiment. Let's go.
As you guys all go to hold hands and prepare to make this trip, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Because I like a cliffhanger and I need to pee. So we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back.
Rock
Thank you guys
and
for watching,
roll.
and we'll be back after 10 minutes. Kitty.
Kiki Mao.
Oh, dang it! Hello, everyone! I was told I could go before apparently I could go. I made a funny comment, and now I'm just not going to do it because the internet apparently didn't need to hear it.
Come on,
Because
come
that's how it works.
on. Welcome to Shit's About
You can say it,
Go-
Sharon.
Go Down. Anna.
There you go.
Also known as Misguided Souls.
Leave me hanging, girl.
Anyway, when we last left off, the group was deciding what to do with the fact a very powerful spellbook is being transported with what seems to be like 2 captives in a car going down a dirt road. And I know Clay Raven Moonleaf had something he wanted to do that he explicitly told me about on the break. So Clay Raven Moonleaf.
Yep. Okay. So this is a pretty stressful situation, and I ain't really
Correct.
done nothing all night. So I think I'm gonna be a little musky.
You're gonna be a little musky?
Yeah.
What does you being a little
Um,
musky do?
It says you have a distinct smell, unpleasant to some, intriguing to others. When you sweat in the presence of other people, roll with volatile. On a 10 and up, the MC gives you a string on someone there, and they choose a bunch of options.
Okay.
So
Bunch of rolls volatile.
I want to do a roll tonight.
Let's see what your smell does to people.
All right, let me roll for funk.
Roll for that.
That's cool. There we go. Rookapow.
Up, down,
Damn.
funk you up.
And that is going to be plus volatile. So that is a 7.
A
So on a
7.
7 to 9, the MC gives you a string on someone there, and that character gives you a condition delivered in the most appropriate way.
Okay. Who do I think would be the most appropriate to have a string on you based off of your manly stench? I think that's got to be Trouble.
No, I get a string
Otherwise,
on them.
you get a string. I think you
Yeah.
get a string on Trouble. I think that is the most fitting in this situation based off of your very manly, sweaty stench.
The man stank. Yeah.
Yes,
But Trouble, you get to give Clay Raven Moonleaf a condition, probably based off his stank.
But like, it's that moment where
You are also
everyone-
all panicking, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like everyone has decided what to do. I think Trouble is dangerously calm because he's just like incapable of recognizing that death is a terrible thing. And
The
just
normal
like
response to death, obviously.
just like a big inhale, and just like his whole body super relaxes into it, and just like sidles up to Clay Raven Moonleaf as he just says, as he just like pats like an arm on like or hand down his arm. He's just like, "Are you okay, my smelly boy?" And that's the condition he's gonna give
Smelly
you,
boy.
smelly boy.
All right.
Smelly boy.
And then at that moment, he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, I could be doing something. Thank you for alerting me to this." And he just like takes one big whiff of him, and then goes into Quentin's room and begins to rifle through his drawers.
You also all heard this interaction, by the way. You heard saw Trouble kind of get all close to Clay, and then call him a smelly boy, and then go like walk to Quentin's room, pause, turn, and then
Take
go
a
back.
hit for the road. Just
Trouble.
I feel like that's not the first time that this has happened,
Probably
though.
not.
Trouble. Don't take
Play with
Quentin's
Gab and
clothes,
Sweat.
please.
Why?
Like, because it would be weird. He's my cousin.
She's not gonna fuck
You
him.
have
He
some
just wants to
very
look
strange
like him.
hangups.
I mean, I've never actually tried to fuck someone as them before. That is an interesting
Please
case
don't.
study.
Please don't.
I'm-
Please just don't. No.
When we
No.
get home,
I'm not teleporting anybody anywhere
Or do.
now.
Report back.
Yeah, please let me know. I really am curious.
But anyways,
You're all perverts. Stop.
What I'm trying to do is to get into character, and in case Quentin happens to be incapacitado, I can at least
That's
be
not
in
a
the.
phrase.
Did I need the comments of the peanut gallery?
Continue, Trouble.
Is by being in his shoes, I might be a little bit more helpful than being, wonderful star child that I am. I don't know the first thing about, like, studied magic.
Oh, and maybe they'll come after Trouble as Quentin and think like, oh my god, like this is Quentin, and then Trouble's like, I'm Quentin, and then like they, and then we foil them somehow.
Fine, I guess. I don't
So,
like
like,
it.
you just see, like, Trouble bag down.
Underwear.
And he just,
Tighty
throws-
whities going everywhere.
well, he just, like, takes off his clothes. And
Mab
so-
doesn't look, but does.
So, like, completely naked, and then just starts putting on Quentin's. But he, like, first looks like, what pair of underwear definitely seems like the favorite?
No.
There is a very well. There's like a very well loved pair that's probably like had since middle school that no matter who tells
Gryffindor.
him to get the fuck away, like
Gryffindor
get rid of
boxers.
this. Yeah. There's some holes. There's definitely like the ghosts of skid marks past in it as well.
Being stiff. Got it.
Ghost
Wow.
of Skid Mark Pass is skid marks, just saying.
for
Fair.
that,
So
Is it gonna huff them?
he's
before
before
they fully go on,
They're
Meg
just
is
at the
going
ankles at
to-
this point.
Meg's gonna look at Trouble and say, "You have a nice butt. I just want you to know that." Anyway,
It is true.
proceed. Proceed with what you were doing. I just wanted to tell you.
Before he puts the underwear on, though, he's gonna like find other pieces of like well-loved pieces of clothing, and it's kind of like a small ritual of getting to know a person by like how worn it is, like what all the little pieces of details he can pick out of it to kind of really get into the role of that person. So you all just kind of watch him just like
naked trouble going from spot to spot in the room.
And he
Avery's
just looks at all the
eyes
clothes
are
like it's
covered.
very reverent of all these clothes. And he's kind of like mumbling under his breath. And it kind of sounds like a spell, but not real but not the kind of magic that Meg does. And the gist of it is just kind of like, show me that person underneath. Show me the person who wears you. And then puts on those clothes and slowly becomes Quentin. And like snaps at Avery. In Quentin's voice. Avery. Avery.
No, Avery's head is down between their arms, hoodie up.
I need you to tell me if the walk is right. And we'll proceed to walk like Avery.
Ooh, Quentin has a nice ass too.
Yeah, he
Quentin.
does.
I mean, he's not unattractive. He's not unattractive. He's just a little bit... He doesn't understand how attractive he is.
If you stop making this weird, I will look.
How does one do that?
Like, quit feeling yourself.
Hold on one second.
He would never do that.
And then he like
At
turns
least not around me.
And just like quick feels. Okay, he's
Just a real quick,
oh my goodness.
Down there. I like this body.
God bless America. Trouble.
Ew. What?
I can't. I just channeled my great aunt in front of my friends because you disturbed me so much.
Okay, hold on. Let me get into, because I can feel he loves you a lot and he tries to take care of you. A little bit on the sarcastic
Are you
side.
torturing me?
I'm getting
This is cruel and unusual punishment, Trouble. Just do the walk.
You don't know cruel or unusual. I could
just do the walk.
And just proceed to walk like Quentin.
They're really annoying.
And we'll proceed to walk, actually, like almost a perfect mimicry of Quentin.
Okay, Quentin, sway your hips a little less.
Yeah, Quentin, much like you had said, very clearly doesn't know how attractive his body is. It is more of that like hunched shoulders, kind of like mid early 20-year-old man who does not understand any level of confidence that he should have in himself at this point. The kind of head down, shoulders hunched, very like don't talk to, very similar to kind of Avery's like don't talk to me, if I don't look at you I don't exist kind of a thing. So he does kind of have that very like self-conscious walk about him, while Trouble tends to have a very flamboyant walk.
And I think it's just like slowly getting into character. Just like, okay, yeah, I think we're ready to go. So, Avery, listen to me. I know that you're scared, but you've got this. You are more powerful than you've ever realized, and I want you, in this moment, to feel that power for yourself.
Trouble, you're making it so weird. Like, I get it. I get what you're trying to do, but you're still making it weird. I will try. I will definitely. I'll try.
Avery, sweetie, you, my darling, are making it weird.
Darling, you.
Oh my god.
So he's gonna come up and put
Look, can we just go?
Yes.
We've been dicking
ready.
around trying on clothes for 10 minutes. Can we go?
Yes.
What was that? Clay was gonna say something.
Pull his hand off. Because she just like snapped at everybody. So he was gonna try and comfort, but she was like, "Can we just go?" And he's like, "Oh."
I'm sorry, Clay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was just gonna tell you that I know you can do it, but yeah.
You guys. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys. Hold hands before I lose it.
And I will grab Avery's hand and someone else.
You guys begin to circle up. Avery, normally gain ability you can do by yourself on your own without any roll, but because you are trying to grant this ability to 5 other individuals, I would like you to roll dark.
Can we help?
I have no string, so you could spin a string on Avery to give them a +1.
I can. I do have strings on
That is going to
Avery.
be 8.
8.
Did they need it?
An 8
Well,
is a partial success.
Full success would be preferred, because partial might send some of us somewhere else.
I wanted to lose weight anyway. I'm just half of my body goes. Yes.
You need
I will
2
do a string.
strings expended. Okay, so 1 string is expended. That's a 9. Does anyone else have a string on Avery that they can expend?
Oh, wow.
I actually no.
Steven doesn't know because he lost his strings.
I think
I'm
I do,
pretty
yeah, but it's on the
sure.
old computer.
Unfortunately,
I'm
no.
pretty sure that Blaine had strings on everyone.
It did.
I think Blaine did because of the yeah.
I'm
almost
pretty sure
positive
that's
Blaine
part
does.
Of it, like he
I'm
had a
willing
ridiculous amount of
I'm
strings.
willing to say Blaine had a
Yeah.
string, so this can be a full success.
I will make a note to remove said string next game when I get that off my old computer.
And if for some reason you didn't have a string, we can figure out a deal.
Okay.
Avery,
deal.
you concentrate on
sleep with Avery.
No.
Let's
Avery's
go.
like, nah, I'm
Story.
good.
Funny story, real quick. Before, you remember when Steven didn't have his character's name yet?
Mhm.
I never updated it. So for Steven, I still have Bonquisha.
Accepted.
Pet
I
names.
accept.
How sweet.
I forgot that we gave him that.
They call me
that name.
Bonquisha.
For Avery,
Uh,
and then I got something
just a
for
sec, I gotta
Bonquisha.
turn on a kitten distraction machine.
Oh my
Some about a
God.
kitten, some kittens doing something bad.
Destruction.
Kitten destruction
Yeah.
machine.
Well, as Avery begins to close her eyes and channel an ability that's still very relatively new to them, you can all feel your bodies getting lighter. It definitely feels uncomfortable. It's like a sensation of both free fall and being like, when you do those like tower drop rides where they pull you down faster than free fall, it's one of those. So you feel really light for a moment, and then all of a sudden your body becomes very heavy. You blink out of existence for a moment. You don't exist for a moment. But when you all come to, you aren't exactly where the book is, but you are close. You are all outside of a locked room. You can see through the windows what looks to be a very brutal scene. You can see Quentin off in the corner, tied, gagged, and bleeding heavily from a large gash in his head, as well as several slash marks across his chest. But sitting in the middle of the room are 2 figures. Well, more so a figure and a corpse. Ty, if you could reveal the image for me of who is standing in that room, it would be greatly appreciated. Standing in the middle of the room
Is that a
is
corded
Marshall.
sweater?
Marshall is holding on to the back of a unknown individual's shirt. You watch as another ornate dagger slices across this child's throat, allowing the blood to fall free, and Marshall unceremoniously drops the child and spits on it. Looking over to Daisy, you can hear the very muffled sounds of "get rid of it" as he makes his way over to Quentin. You can notice that when not in, neck to wrist attire, Marshall has several very prominent occult tattoos. You can see on his hip there is a revolver and several silver bullets. You can also see a crucifix around his neck, adorned as well of a necklace of what looks like fangs. You can see several vials of blood also on his hip, as well as another flask. If you didn't know any better, you would say these are all indicative of monster hunting trophies.
Oh, hell no.
I'm assuming we should probably go in there and stop Quentin
Avery's
from dying.
gone. Avery has teleported in and put themselves between Clinton and this thing that looks like Marshall, and is shaking in their boots, but is just like, you can't, you can't.
You just hear a slight chuckle coming from Marshall as he looks at you and goes, "Well, that was later than I expected, but here you are. Good luck bamfing out of here," as he goes to hit you. Just a cold clock across the face.
Clay is going to just bull rush into the room and
Well,
use the. Oh wait, go
The
ahead.
door's locked, so roll volatile to see if you can break the door.
Yeah, let me do that. I want to do that. Come on, big man, don't let me down. Nope.
Is it a
That is-
How
Wham!
did we see through the door?
Step aside.
Hold on. You got a 4?
I
How
got
much do you have?
Wait, volatile? Yeah, that's gonna be a 4.
Okay. Well, here are 3 more strings. All of my strings on Clay. You're 7.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
And you just see like Quentin just doing like magic fingers behind Clay and just like but actual like little stars showing up to be like, yes, help him.
So first, we're gonna resolve Avery getting hit. Normally, combat is reserved for PC versus PC in this game. However, by the nature of this, I am going to make a volatile roll for Marshall. He has +1 to all of his stats except for Dark, which is a +3. But I will, in the sake of the game, he could miss. That's a 7, so it's a partial success.
Didn't somebody have
Could I attempt
strings
to
on Marshall?
phase? And
You can try and
make
phase away.
his fist like go through me?
Sure. I'm gonna have you roll. I'm gonna consider it a runaway roll, but I'll give you a +1 since you're using a one of your abilities.
Okay. That's going to be a +3 for 8 because Avery is really good at running away.
Very nice. All right. So.
Wait, I think. Can I offer strings?
If you have any on Avery.
Oh,
or
it.
Marshall.
I'm sorry, it was Mab. I have Avery. No, I don't have Avery. Damn it.
So. I am going to still have him strike you, causing 1 harm, but the other additional parts of lashing out physically will not count. And you get your choice of a 7 to 9 to run away, where you can successfully run away, but you can run into something worse, cause a big scene, or leave something behind. This will require you to temporarily bamf out of the way of Quentin.
Cause a big scene.
Cause a big scene. Okay. So the rest of you who are watching outside of this room see this happening almost in slow motion. You see Marshall, just someone that you learned to, at the very least, pseudo respect, come across and just attempt to cold clock Avery straight across the face. You see the fist make contact, but at the point of like true impact, Avery's able to bamf away. She disappears out of existence and comes back several feet away, crashing into a very large cabinet. As this cabinet spews open with every possible weapon you could think of when it comes to monster hunting. There are daggers and silver bullets. There is garlic. There is anything that is anti any kind of monstrous creature is here. And now on top of Avery, because Avery, you are now pinned under this, large armoire of sharp, stabby, uncomfortable things. Clay, you get ready to absolutely bum rush this door. You hype yourself up, kind of like that deep breath, like, all right, I got this, I can do this. You run to shoulder the door and you crack into it. You can step through into the room, but it might not be so easy to get out once you've, because it's now caved in this way. So you can step in, but the outwards is going to be a little bit harder to get. But you're now in the room, and your friends can join you too.
All right. So then, I guess he comes in and sees this scene of Avery all just kind of tossed into a cabinet with shit all over, and oh my god. So he's just gonna pretty much rage at this point, seeing that his friend is being accosted. I don't even think he realizes it's Marshall. He just right now is just primal. He sees protect, attack, and that's all in his mind. So
That's fair. Go ahead and roll volatile, because I assume you're attacking him.
Yup. Come on, dice. Oh wait. No, I passed both of those because of. All right. Woo! Volatile. That's 10.
Very nice. So, unattended up, you deal 1 harm to him, and they choke up momentarily before they can react. So basically, what I'm going to allow that to do is instead of Marshall being allowed to hurt Quentin, Avery, or you, one of your other friends can go.
Blaine, is that actually Marshall? Is it a demon? Do you know this guy?
I don't recognize it. Or do I?
I'm just
Hello.
You can roll dark. You want to roll
That's
dark?
Yep.
Why don't you ask your dad?
Yes, roll.
Hey, is this a cousin, Dad? Like
Hey, what's up? 2d6.
Call him on the devil phone.
I really love the corded knit sweater though that he's wearing.
Thank you.
That
I sent it
is going to be an
sent-
11.
I sent the reference image to Ty and then went, ooh, that was probably a pain in the ass to draw. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was really what it was. You said 11?
Mm-hmm.
You reach out to talk to your dad, and you get a very sharp, sudden, like, almost fearful feeling. Your dad is scared for you. This is not a demon, nor is it necessarily something you should fuck with, is the message you're getting from Dad.
I just experienced an emotion, and I didn't like it.
I'm so proud of you.
No, don't be. We need to get the fuck out of here.
While this is happening,
No, don't be.
Trouble Quentin is going to reach in through the hole that
Yeah, the door hole.
and unlock it from the other side so it can be opened so points of egress can be made easily.
There you go. Door is unlocked.
And just is going to look at Mab and the 3 cronies and be like, we should go grab the living one. The dead one we don't really need anymore.
You should do it quick. I'll stay out here.
Let's go.
I'll keep myself safe over here.
Go.
You're chicken shit, Blaine. Chicken shit.
That's why I have lackeys.
As you guys have this conversation, you see Marshall, now able to act, pull out his gun, the revolver on his hip, loaded with silver bullets. Though none of you are werewolves, a shot to anywhere in your body is still gonna fucking hurt.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like a bad thing.
It does sound like a bad thing.
Depends on your opinion of pain.
I want to distract him.
Okay.
I want him to see weird shit. I would like...
Yeah.
Yeah. I want him to be trapped in a mind prison personally, but I don't know that I have...
Do you have
the full
anything
knowledge
of
that.
his currently? Or are you gonna have to look in his eyes and chant some shit?
The flask, right?
I thought the flask was already used to make him young.
Oh.
Old young.
He has another flask. Can you use the flask he has?
You can steal it off his person.
I will just sort of look at him dead in the face and just do that.
And chant? Alright.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll dark.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. That is a 9.
A 9. Okay.
It
works, but
wait,
something goes wrong.
Can I give Mega String? I give Mega String.
Sure.
I got string.
You guys be nice to each other. So it's a 10, which basically means you can easily reverse it. And you wanted to do which illusions, I assume?
Yes. However, I'm going to remind us of Darkest Self, wherein
Yep.
there are unintended consequences
Everything goes
of me
wrong.
doing everything. Yes. And are more effective than I am comfortable with. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that is what is written there. I just
What do
wanted to
you
state that.
What do you want his trapped mind palace to look like?
I want him to think that he is in a box that is slowly filling with water.
Interesting.
And the
So you
more
can
that
notice.
the more terrified he gets, the faster the water comes in. The calmer he gets, the slower the water moves, but it is still coming.
You
Like that.
cast his hex,
Diabolical.
and you can see him immediately look down at his feet, almost panicked. As he has this gun pointed at Clay, the biggest one that can probably physically take him in this room. You all begin to feel water at your feet. Makes hex being real. And it's in this room. Coming for all y'all.
No! I am
Mega.
going to
I think
drown
that's a
us.
consequence that worked a little more well than you would have expected.
These are
I love
Swede.
it. I'm sorry, but the bitch got
Clay?
a gun. What the fuck is that supposed to do?
Clay, do you want to roll to run away from getting shot?
Run, Clay, run!
Actually,
Or slosh.
Mm-hmm. Right. Bull rush.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Because
You're
I
gonna get
know
shot?
if I move out of the way, then one of the others are gonna get shot.
Okay.
So he's just
Clay.
gonna kind of try and weather it or attack him. Or...
You can try and rush him before he hits you.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and roll volatile.
Okay. That's a 10, baby. Oh yeah.
Yeah? You are able to bull rush him before he can get the shot off. You, with how poorly he rolled, push him onto his back into this now 2 inches thick of water, causing a very loud splash and a very loud crash as the back of his skull hits the concrete of the floor. When he looks up at you, his eyes are glowing purple with a mist beginning to form, and he begins to speak in tongues.
Oh, no.
What is everyone else doing?
So is Avery still trapped under the
Avery's been able
weapon?
to probably pull herself up now with the time that it has taken.
Well, while Avery is
Themselves.
getting themselves together, Trouble Quentin is going to run over to Real Quentin and like pick him up with the help of the lackeys.
He gives you the look of, I must be dying because I am literally watching myself pick me up off of the ground. And so he passes out because he is not able to cognitively assess this situation in any way. Todd helps you pick him up because Todd is large and dumb. So, he'll do what you say.
Exactly. So we carry Quentin out and just kind of say, time to go.
While that is happening, I want to focus on him and see if I can't cloud his mind with demonic imagery to where he tries to speak tongues, but literally cannot speak anything holy or embrace those symbols at the moment.
Go ahead and roll dark.
Festive.
9. No, 8.
9?
8.
Okay, still a partial success.
People have strings on me, though.
I finally have string. I know I got strings on Bonquisha, goddammit.
Yes, you do.
So I want to
you gonna give
use
it 2?
my 2 strings on Bonquisha.
Yes. Thank you.
As Marshall begins to speak, he literally becomes tongue-tied. You watch as his tongue pulls out forward and ties itself into a knot, causing immense pain and fear on the part of Marshall. You can also see that he's reaching for what looks like another dagger at his hip, going to go and stab you. So you can either roll volatile to keep him down or roll volatile to run away. The water is filling significantly more.
At this point, if anybody can really see Clay, you'll see that he is not only just like full of rage, but his features, like his facial features, have kind of, it's not extremely noticeable, but like maybe some hair has grown out a little bit, and he's just a little more, he looks a little more animalistic than normal. And he is just, in his blind rage, just going to keep punching into the chest of Marshall until Marshall stops moving.
All right, go ahead and roll volatile.
Lord.
Should just
That is a 9.
I have a string on you, and I will give it.
10. We'll cave his
All right.
chest in.
You begin to
He's-
let out this absolute fury. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I was just going to say to Trouble, while there's the punching going on, that maybe for Clay's emotional well-being, you shouldn't let him murder this person.
Trouble looks at Quentin, looks at Mab, looks at very, very angry Clay, and then says, "Oh, wait. Avery."
Avery is looking for something heavy in this
Yep.
pile of crap that fell out of the cabinet.
Avery. The
What?
book.
Yeah, I know.
Find it.
Yeah, I know.
And is going to go over to Clay and, like, try and pull him.
I can take Quentin, real
Perfect.
Quentin.
And it's gonna, like,
Ugh.
while Clay's going crazy, is gonna, like, pull him and use Trouble's voice, where, since Clay can't see him, and just say, it's time, we have to go. We have to go. And just like, come back to me, big man. Come back to me.
You gonna give in, Clay, or are you gonna resist him?
Clay doesn't hear that.
Oh,
Trouble, roll hot to
Or
turn
do I
Clay
have to-
on.
Yeah, there you go.
I would love to do that.
If I
I-
must.
No.
And to be clear, Mab is not
Ooh.
doing this because she's being nice, but when Clay is sad and feels guilty about shit, he is so annoying and inconsolable
That's
for like months.
Trouble failed.
Trouble
Clay
failed
does not
hard.
hear Trouble. So someone else can
Oh,
go try
shit.
and help.
Avery,
Avery,
yeah, Avery isn't looking for the book yet. Avery was looking for something heavy enough to clock Marshall with on the head.
you can
Please
find
do.
something heavy enough.
Then Avery
Please
is going to
do.
come up and just like bean him.
Avery the unicorn, go ahead and roll volatile
Oh,
Please
snip.
do.
to harm a
Can I-
person.
Can I
I have
suggest
so many
something from
strings
Trouble's
on-
failure?
Avery, though.
That. Oh.
That's a 7.
Oh.
Okay. You can knock him unconscious.
Great.
Work. Well done.
Let's just kill him.
Let's see.
Avery feels bad about it, but it isn't technically against their code.
So,
As
since
an
this is technically a
aside-
lash out physically, hold on. Since it's a 7 to 9, it's a partial success. So Marshall can learn something about your true nature. I can decide how bad the harm comes out. Or Avery, you can become your darkest self.
Avery, yep, darkest self.
Avery has now become. Avery, do you have your sheet up so you can read darkest self to us?
Yes.
What is your darkest self?
This is it. Everything falls apart and you can't hold it together anymore. It's not because everything is too much to bear, just that you aren't good enough. So beg their forgivenesses, everyone you've wronged by being too weak to help, and show them how sorry you are in whatever small ways you can muster before the final curtain falls. Don't seek their acceptance. You don't deserve it. You escape your darkest self when someone reflects to you a glimmer of your own self-worth.
Jesus.
I was.
Sad boy.
We're on
was
Mortal
actually
Vibes
gonna-
today.
Well, I was gonna say that's why I was asking if I could do something for Trouble's failure. I was gonna ask if I can go into Darkest Self.
You also want to go? Sure. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
All right.
Do it.
So
Read your darkest self.
it makes sense for
No,
the moment. Because
Read your
his darkest self,
boy.
it says now, right now, it's time to rain stones down upon the bullies and the excluders. It's time to wreck their precious stuff, shove them back so hard they'll never even dream of messing with you or anyone ever again. You escape your darkest self when you hurt one of those people more than they've ever hurt anyone else, and more than you meant to.
Okay.
Oh, murder. Great.
Would now be
So-
a good point to sort of ask the question of, did he drown yet? Like, how close is he to drowning?
Close.
The water.
It's like hitting
should-
here. Yeah.
If he's
Like, because he's on his
lying
back, so it's like
down,
right at like Adam's apple level.
okay.
He's getting there.
Is he anxious?
We're
He's
all
unconscious
anxious.
now.
We're all just terrified right
You
now.
can't
So the water
really
should
be
be.
anxious when you're knocked unconscious. I would know.
That's true. That's true.
As you all,
You're in a mind prison.
Anyway.
as you all are watching Clay begin to beat the unconscious body of Marshall, seems like y'all forgot about Daisy's existence.
I've got a large man on my back, and I can't do anything about anything.
Daisy, who was helping this situation, looks to those of you in the room holding a book. Perhaps one very special spell book. Let him go, and you can have this back.
Is that a deal?
It's a deal, you Faye.
Say it like a 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Which, if
Should I say it like ethereally?
Oh, hold on. I guess, Meg, how insulted were you by that tone?
Is Meg in the
still in
room? I thought
darkness.
Meg was outside of the room.
No, I'm still in
Okay.
the room because water and filling. And to that end, I don't like this bitch's tone. So, and this does seem like a moment where somebody is crossing me. Now, so
We have a friendship bracelet, so if they cross me, they're crossing you.
That's fair.
You know.
Go ahead and roll
there it is.
for your hex.
Exactly. I feel like for this one's a wither.
Sure.
Not so much a wither, but a burn.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Which would be 8.
8. So on a 8 to 9, it works, but we choose. Oh, well, it already has weird side effects because you're in your darkest self. As you focus on Daisy, you begin to picture her burning. And as she begins to burn, so does the book.
I'm gonna drop Quentin and grab the book.
You're going to drop Quentin, run into the room, go grab a burning book from a burning girl.
Get very far out of the book. I grab her out of the room
Go ahead
because
and roll volatile.
he's like, I'm Whittle.
Do it. Go grab volatile. Roll.
Your tone is
Very
insulting me.
small.
Do it. Do it. Just
Do it. Do it, Shannon.
Very
What am I rolling? Oh, it's -1 for volatile.
Volatile.
I got a 5.
You watch Matt. You
I
watch.
can- no. I've got 2 strings on Mab. I'm gonna give it
7?
to her.
7.
I also have 2 strings. I'll give them.
Well, that's going to be a 9, so that is still partial
I'll
success.
give my last one.
There's your 10.
All right.
You all watch as Mab runs into this room and grabs this book that is ablaze. Damage has already been done to this book, but if you perhaps wet it with some water...
I was thinking, you do the kind of run, stumble, jump, duck, dunk, keep running thing. Yeah.
The book is not in great straits, but it is saved from being completely sinned. You all also see that Daisy does not seem to be reacting to the fire. She's burning fully, but it doesn't seem to be hurting her.
Avery is ignoring that and is just bamfed over to Quentin and is trying to just support him and get him out the door. And
if I
the
have
whole
book
time
and go by, I'll help if I can.
The whole time they're just like, oh my god, Quentin, I'm so sorry. Quentin, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
He's unconscious.
They're still
doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Mab says, he's unconscious, Avery. He can't hear you right now.
And just Trouble Quentin is just shouting, "Can we please all leave?"
We're trying to!
Well, everyone but Clay. Clay's not trying to.
Except for Clay. Clay!
Also, Meg,
This entire time, Clay has not stopped punching Marshall. All this going on, and he is just guttural, just feral noises as he's just hammering into this into this. I don't know if it's a corpse yet, but this chest.
Blaine, send your dudes to grab Clay.
Just a minute. I look over at Daisy and I convert the fire into hellfire. I want to see what happens.
Roll dark.
Yes,
Teamwork.
babe.
What's the dream work?
Ooh, 13.
The minute that this is converted over, she doesn't burn, she turns into ash. Just once was a body, now is ash.
And then I will walk over to Clay and take 2 daggers and stab them into Marshall's hands in a crucified position on the floor, and then stab through his ankles, and I will just leave him there to drown and have my lackeys try to pull Clay off.
Okay, Clay, roll volatile.
Right. I don't know.
Beth
why
doesn't
that
know how to
makes me
feel
so
about
happy.
herself, but she really enjoyed that.
That's an 8.
Same.
You are finally
We just
able
look
to
at each other.
relinquish from your position. You get a couple more hits off, but Todd's large. He can larger than you almost. He's like he has the torso
Who's
structure of a
Todd?
Dorito, where it's like all shoulders and then just come straight. Yeah, he has that kind
Oh,
of
the
body
monkey.
type where it's just like torso Dorito chip kind of situation. So just he's able to pull you off, dragging you through the water as you're doing like the as you're still
Time to
air
go.
punching. And you go out, you watch as the water still continues to rise as Marshall is
One
seemingly
last action. I cut Marshall's tongue out and put it in my pocket.
Okay. You have Marshall's tongue now.
Work. Well done. Now he
Ooh.
will
Do you have,
drown
like,
on
a-
blood or water. It's
Are you
cool.
gonna put that in like a plastic baggie or something? Like your Gucci pants are gonna get fucked.
If you only knew the things I've seen and done throughout the eternities.
I'm not talking about the
Why
things you've seen and done. I'm talking about your pants. Oh,
Replaceable.
no.
They're wet. Obviously,
Again,
I have to replace them.
Remember, she comes from a world that really respects pants, so you need to respect.
Pants are an important
the
part
number
of my
one sin.
culture. Okay.
Then you can send him home to daddy.
you.
Let's go.
I look at Avery and Quentin body and just be like, we need you to get us out of here. Please get us out of here.
Also, my daddy doesn't want your
Okay.
pants. Just saying.
So I guess we're just gonna huddle up.
Avery, where are you taking him?
Jack shop.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll dark one more time to make sure you can get everyone there.
Okay.
Oh, before that, as Marshall is clearly just
That's an 8.
destined for death on this ground, would like to sort of bend down, kneel down, look at this man and say, "A billion questions for you. I know you can't answer them because you are going to die. I do hope that in this death, find some semblance of peace. Sorry it had to end this way, but well, at least you ended prettier than you would have otherwise.
And this
Sure.
was for the laptops.
You
That
all
too.
bamf out to, you said Jack shop?
Yeah, the mechanic shop.
It's quiet in the mechanic shop. It's late. You are all pretty exhausted. But that is when a note on the floor catches your eye. Who opens it? Trouble?
I'm the most free.
Trouble, as you open the note, you see in very gorgeous old cursive, the game has just begun. Beware, my children. Beware. Signed AG. And that is where we're going to end our episode tonight.
No.
Ooh,
Wait, do we
let's
know-
You are all,
AG,
you're
what
all
you know who
that
sick
do?
AG is.
perverts. You
Augustus-
are all sick perverts.
What?
Thank
We
you,
are all
everyone,
dirty
for watching
murderers.
tonight. It was a shorter game tonight because I am not feeling well, but hopefully it was entertaining nonetheless. So we're going to go around, the table with this group of sick fuckers who killed one of my BBEGs significantly faster than I wanted them to. I had art made, bitches, and you killed them in like 40 minutes.
Can we still
It's
see it?
fine.
Give us a picture in the book.
So we'll go ahead and go around the table. We'll start where we left off. Shannon, Meow, tell us about yourself, where we can find you.
We're not bad people. I'm Shannon, and right now you can find me here, just doing this. But soon we will be back in action doing our Aether and Steamworks campaigns, which I believe we're starting at some point in January.
The 6th.
January 6th. And it's going to be called Wraith this time, which isn't ominous at all. I'm sure that'll be fine. And then we have the other Aether and Steamworks campaign here on Roll for Chaos. You guys can talk about that. But yeah, that's it for now. And then we're gonna be doing more things. And I think we're gonna Ty is working on cartoon puppets, which I'm super excited about it. That's right, Marquise. I saw the twinkle in your eye. Yeah, puppets, cartoon puppets. Anyways, yeah, that's me. That was super fun. Good job, Anne. I couldn't tell that you were dying of a sinus infection or anything.
Oh, I am.
So well done.
I also I ate potato chips and it cut the inside of it just really hurts. So that also doesn't help the whole talking thing.
Oh, no.
Anyway, moving on down the line, the only one that I feel like might be redeemed this whole time, Nora Avery.
See who your favorite is.
Yeah. The one who doesn't kill my BBEG in 4 seconds.
Make him stronger.
I'm sorry. I'm too
I mean, I'm
powerful.
fully
Like, to this
expecting
person.
him to come back from the dead in some new and scarier form, so I don't know what good we did, really.
I mean, he has lasted since Salem Witch Trial era, so.
Oh, that's true.
It was Agatha
yeah.
all along.
Exactly.
So,
He's Agatha.
hi, I'm Nora. You can find me here with these wonderful, sick perverts, whom I all love dearly. And you can also find me on Sparrows, which is getting renamed Delinquents, which will also be starting again January 6th, same day, or
7th.
January 7th, says the voice in the sky. Where I will be excited to be debuting a new hairstyle for Clarion Bell.
It's exciting.
Yes. And you can also, as always, find me on Cornfields and Kobolds, a 5th edition live action real play podcast where we do dirty things and take down bad people. So kind of like the chaotic, horny version of this.
More horny than this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
especially my character.
Perverts then.
Well, Avery's judging you.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
And I've just rebranded my personal stream to cosmic__crush. And hopefully I will also have my own version of a digital puppet soon to debut. Yeah.
We look forward to your digital puppetry.
Thanks.
Moving on, Barty Boo. Is
Hi,
you?
everybody. I'm Barty Time, your TTRPG best friend, sometimes boyfriend. And I'm not really doing anything other than this right now. But I'm having a great time. Occasional streamer Barty_time. But the holidays are very low energy and also just very busy. People want me to go to other states and visit them, and it's
And do
lot.
things.
and do
You know,
things.
you could just stop being likable.
It's hard when you're me, okay?
I bet. I understand. I get it.
It
I'm
takes
so
skill
sorry.
to be me. I have to go to Florida and then to Minnesota.
Burr. That's a shock.
Jumping from a hot tub to an
Minnesota,
ice
eh?
cold bath.
Pretty much. Hopefully it doesn't snow while I'm there.
Oh my God.
That would just
Oh,
make me
God.
terrify me. But yeah, that's me.
Alrighty. Big Bees, it's you.
Hello, Big B's again. I'm not doing really anything. I got a whole bunch of stuff in the work though. Got some really good news today. Hopefully some amazing news coming up soon. Gonna be putting out a whole bunch of not live content until January. and then I'll be live. Well, I think live, or maybe we're gonna record it and then put it live. I don't know. Details I'll be putting out on my Twitter at BigBees_, and I am not a pervert. All right, Avery. I am just
Okay,
the
Clay's okay.
angriest boy protecting his loved one.
He is the least
Yeah,
horny
you
of us
can
all.
be you
Yeah.
can be angry and I can be sad, and together we'll have disaster powers. It'll work
There we
out.
go.
Perfect. Together
Oh,
you'll sit in a corner and
Disaster
cry.
twins.
Yes.
I did forget to say that 3 of us happened to be on a team for Avatar airbending podcast where we
Yes.
got
Oh,
cheated out of a
right,
victory.
Yes.
Still,
Spoilers. Jesus.
Jesus.
I
here's
have
the thing.
something.
It was quite a moment.
It wouldn't be a spoiler for that long. It was very fast. Yeah. Yeah.
But also there was something else. Oh yeah, I'm also recording a podcast for Masks. That's what I forgot I'm also doing.
Ooh.
Word.
Go.
That'll be coming out sometime, I'm assuming, in like late January or February. So yeah,
Go.
I am doing things.
Okay. Yeah.
I forget what I do.
Speaking of doing things, JV, I don't know. That was a really bad transition.
No, that speaking of recording a podcast, doing a Masks game, literally doing the same at the moment. I don't know that any of that has been even close to released. I know one episode has been edited. That's as far as we've gotten, but that should be coming out pretty soon. It will be on my Twitter at RedBlackGolden. Made 2 YouTube videos of me ranting about Force Catwoman is actually a good movie.
Halle Berry one?
Yes. Yes. If you yes, and I stand
I'm
by
with you.
that statement. It is a camp masterpiece, and it's wonderful and a good time.
I love it.
Anyway, if you if anybody would like to listen to about an hour and a half worth of me ranting about, or I guess it's technically 2 hours because it's 2 videos, and it literally was me sitting in this exact space, into this exact camera, exact lovely microphone, and just unhinged ranting for an extended amount of time. It's quite fun. I did try to keep it reasonably organized, but there will also be a fun cosplay video related directly to that previous set of videos that I am making, and I'm very pleased and excited for that to be finished. So that'll be up pretty soon. I would imagine in the next couple of days, as I finish the costume in the next couple of days.
There you go. All right. And last but not least, Steven.
Hello. I am Steven, also
Hello.
known as El Deviant Devil. You can catch me obviously here on this game, and then coming up January 6th, I will also be in Wraith. And other than that, I've just been doing some freelancing work, but everything is almost done, and I just got my cam link. So soon I'm going to start creating my own damn content on my own damn YouTube channel, finally. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, other than that, that's about what I got going on.
Very nice. And I've
Prove it,
been
Steven.
Yes,
Prove it.
I will.
I've been Sanctum Cosplays. Anna, you can see me on Twitter. I don't really tweet much unless it's about games. That's about it. I might have some things in the works. We'll see. As well as also on the 6th, the Wraith game. I'm debuting a character in which the backstory was, here, Ty, blank slate. So that will be fun because I've written where my character is from and a little bit of history, but not a lot. The least amount that I've ever written for a character, so she should be fun. She's
You'll
a cute
end
little...
up being a princess.
That's fair.
And
She's a cute little southern bean, though. She's a cute little southern bean. That's all that matters to me. So she's gonna be.
He's the bad guy.
Best. He already did
Every
that.
time.
Also, on a
Everybody's an
random
elfin princess, even if they're not an elf.
But she's going to be best friends with Nova, I can already tell, because they're going to share the same brain cell, much like me and Shannon, so it won't be very different. Yeah, and then other than that, we have yet really to decide when the next round of this game's going to be, so we'll figure that out and blast it out on socials when we do. But thank you again, everyone, for watching. I'm sorry our game got cut short tonight, but I'm going to go to bed. So, thank you, everyone.
I just have to draw attention to the fact that the kitten, like, just literally, like, bit. Nora just, like, had the full, like, no.
Wow.
Nora's. Someone give
Restrain
that to
your
the
cat.
He's a gremlin. There are no interior doors to my apartment aside from the bathroom door, and I can't leave him in there because he eats my makeup brushes.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, no, that'll be
So
bad.
just eats your face. That was just glorious. I'm so glad I looked up at that moment. I'm so sorry, Anna.
Wow.
Good. I was just going to say thank you, everyone, for watching, and have a great evening, and try and cope with whatever the fuck happened tonight.
Yes.
I love you.
Bye,
I love Mom
everyone.
Heart.